A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a very successful film series spun off into an entirely new direction that's coming out this December. It's called Rogue One, and our good friends at Lucas and Hasbro and the whole Star Wars brand reached out to us. They have got an amazing contest that's a global contest open to anybody to create awesome fan stories around Rogue One, and you got to use the hashtag #GoRogue. And if you want more details on the contest, which it sounds amazing because we're going to be able to see all kinds of incredible new video content. And one of the judges is actually going to be Gareth Edwards, the director of Rogue One. And the winner of the contest is actually going to get a chance to go to Lucasfilm in San Francisco and watch the movie before it comes out with presumably lots of the creative people associated with the film. And of course, like you, I am incredibly excited about this movie. I'm incredibly excited to see all of the new stories and characters and things that are going to erupt around that. And anyways, our friends at Star Wars reached out and said, we've got a bunch of early access toys to send you so you can show it off to everybody. And of course, some of this stuff is going to end up in the Vic's basement shelves in the not too distant future. But I thought it'd be a fun way to kind of show off the new figures and the new toys and also tell you guys about the contest. But the big things to remember, hashtag #GoRogue. I'm actually making this stupid hashtag symbol. Please don't let me do this, okay? But I'm doing it. Hashtag #GoRogue, and you can also find out more at starwars.com/GoRogue. Now let's get into some of these figures. Now, these are the Hasbro Big Figs characters that we have right here. This is, I'm going to start on this side. This is K2SO. This is the character, the new robot that I think we're all supposed to fall in love with. I already have. This is played by Alan Tudyk in the movie. I love Alan Tudyk. Of course, he was in Firefly. He was Wash in Firefly. Amazing. Great character actor. He's been in tons of stuff, and now he's going to be in Star Wars. He's going to be a robot. But this is the big droid right here. I'm going to cut him loose from his big packaging. I brought handy lightsaber scissors right here to cut some of this stuff off so it doesn't take me too long to open up. This isn't the premium kind of figure line stuff, and I've been kind of infected by the Hot Toys bug because I've bought some very expensive figures, as I've probably shown off on the shows before. So I'm not a huge fan of like the Hasbro sort of mass consumer quality of these big fig things, but obviously I dig the scale. I think huge toys are kind of cool. I was completely blown away by what NECA did with their 1/24th line or whatever, or their 1/6 line. And I guess this is kind of in that direction. Not quite the same kind of sort of build quality and construction or you know, posability, but definitely cool, and I love this character. I think he is going to be hanging out on the shelf very soon. This is K2SO. Let's see if he stands up. Kind of does. All right, that's cool. Okay, I'm going to lose the box so we remove some of the clutter from the table. On his right is the Death Trooper. I presume this is a new character for Rogue One. Different variation on the Stormtrooper kind of vibe. All in black. I'm totally going to destroy these boxes, so apologies to collectors out there that are just losing it as I tear into this stuff, but I have no use for you. I would rather just deal with the toys. And this is also one of those mass market figures. It's certainly not like the best of the 12-inch figures that I've seen recently, but a cool design, and it's my first Rogue One Death Trooper. I guess these are meant kind of for little kids, and I happen to have one, so my daughter might have her first Death Trooper. and she would be able to take this to the sandbox or something like that. So he comes with a little blaster, and the detailing on the helmet and stuff like that is pretty cool. It seems very kid-friendly. It seems built to last. It seems like a tough little toy that will be thrown around a lot by little hands. But cool design. Okay, Death Trooper, meet K2SO. All right, this little one here is the Imperial ground crew. And one of the things that Hasbro kind of talks about, and I got to check this out, is they have this app that they promote on the back of the boxes that allows you to animate some of the figures and stuff that you collect, I guess with Star Wars sounds and music and things like that. I've got to check that out. I've never seen that. So I guess people are making little movies with their Star Wars toys, which has got to be a pretty big trip. All right, let's use the scissors. Scissors are handy, man. This is good. Usually I kind of take care of the packaging a little bit better than this, but we have many toys to get into. I just dropped a little Star Wars logo there. This is super cool. This is definitely like a throwback to the Kenner Star Wars figure line. The Imperial ground crew right there. So kind of, he lifts stuff up and move things around. Okay. All right. And then he's got a crazy backpack of some kind here. And a couple of batons, I guess to, oh, I see. He's got the, he's like one of those airplane guys that tells the spaceships to land over there. He's got a couple of those. Beep, beep. He's got a couple of those suckers, okay? Not the coolest of the Rogue One figures that Star Wars could have sent me, but I appreciate it. I understand they make a toy out of every single thing that appears on screen for more than 2 seconds, sometimes less than 2 seconds. But there it is. There's the Imperial ground crew signaling a spaceship to land over here. Land over here. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, the jetpack folds open like this so he can fly around. And maybe these aren't landing baton. Maybe they're weapons. I'm going to say they're weapons. But he's got a cool kind of jetpack deal. Almost looks like he would be appropriate in a Marvel movie or something. We know the Guardians of the Galaxy will one day meet some of the Star Wars cast. Okay, so that's the Imperial ground crew. Now let's move on. These are titanium helmets. Darth Vader and a Stormtrooper helmet. Part of the Black Series line, which is super cool. I'm going to try not to destroy this box because it kind of seems a little more collector-y. Get that tape off of there. There we go. Pop that open. There we are. So these are metal helmets. Pretty cool. And they have little stands with them. There's a Stormtrooper helmet. Imperial ground crew. Vader's helmet actually comes off, just like it does in the films. It's got the red tint in the eye, in the glasses of the eyes there, and he only had that in the first Star Wars, not in Empire. It's like that information just came into my head. And then we have a Stormtrooper helmet right here. That's pretty cool. That is a pretty neat toy, actually. I like that. Or a collectible. I dig it. Thank you, Star Wars people. All right, so we'll hang on to those. I won't destroy that box. I'll put that down gently. I've got another Black Series figure here. This is Jyn Erso, played by Felicity Jones. I already love her. Just from the trailers, I can't wait to see this woman in action and to see this story unfold. I expect that there's going to be a very dark ending to Rogue One, but it's going to be a cool adventure, I think. And Jyn Erso is obviously front and center in this one, which is great. What's interesting about Rogue One is that it was written by Gary Whitta. He was a big part of the creative process. I don't know if he's credited as the only writer, but he is an ex-video game journalist. He used to be the editor-in-chief of PC Gamer, and he came up reviewing video games. And he has since gone on to be a screenwriter. He wrote the Book of Eli, and he also wrote After Earth and worked with M. Night Shyamalan and Will Smith, and he's done a bunch of Star Wars Rebels. He's working on Mouse Guard, the feature film adaptation of the Mouse Guard comic series, which is kind of cool. But obviously the thing that I, as a huge Star Wars fan and a Gary Whitta fan, am most excited about is the fact that he wrote Rogue One and has created the character of, or helped to create at least, the character of Jyn Erso. And here she is. And this is a pretty damn fine Black Series Hasbro figure here. Very Wild West kind of vibe to her. Even has like an old Smith & Wesson style kind of blaster, which is cool. All right, so there she goes. And she stands. That's good. Boom. I like when the action figures stand. I think out of all the toys that I got in this package here, the thing that excites me the most is the K2SO Lego figure here. I haven't picked up any of these things. I've gone the more traditional route with the Lego minifigs with any of the Star Wars sets and Marvel and DC sets that I've got. But I've certainly appreciated some of them. The one that really stuck out for me so far has been the General Grievous one, where they kind of create an action figure out of Lego pieces. And I don't know this character yet because I haven't seen the movie and haven't really seen this character in action, but I love the design on this. It's basically a Lego version of this thing. I don't think I'm going to open it up because we all know what Lego pieces look like, but this is definitely something that I'm going to put together, and I'll probably put him right beside the Wall-E figure that I recently made out of Lego, which is currently my favorite Lego artifact that I have right now. And I'm excited because I love me some robots, and Lego robots are awesome, but K2SO in Lego form, that's going to be on the shelf soon. Okay, here is another big fig version of Jyn Erso. Again, not the greatest build quality, but impressive scale for the figure. It's so awesome that, you know, my little girl and girls all over the world are starting to see, you know, these massive properties with huge female leads in the roles that, you know, are sort of role models for lots and lots of people out there. And they're the heroes for a different generation, and I think it's about damn time, and I think it's just awesome. You know, I think my daughter loved Rey right from the minute that she saw the character just as a Lego form in the Lego Force Awakens video game. She totally connected with that, and I'm excited to see. She's too young for this movie. She's too young for like the Star Wars in live action form, but I'm excited to see her reaction when she is old enough to start watching these new Star Wars movies, and she sees how prevalent and prominent the female leads are. I think that's incredible. This is Jyn Erso, played by Felicity Jones, as portrayed by a giant big fig from Hasbro. And pretty standard stuff, pretty straightforward, not a lot of posability. You know, it's kind of just a stiff, affordable figure, but it's not a bad sculpt. Looks cool, cool design. I prefer this one though. All right, and my last one is a standard issue. I'm not even going to bother opening this one up because you guys all know this character. This is Stormtrooper, obviously, and it doesn't look like the design changes too much from Rogue One to A New Hope, because it's supposed to be set basically 20 minutes before A New Hope or something like that. So this is a Stormtrooper that we have seen in toy form for 40 years? About 40 years. Incredible. But anyways, thank you very much to all of the Star Wars people that sent us this box of goodies. Very cool. Great to see the Rogue One kind of characters, you know, populate the toy shelves. I think this is awesome. I'm excited to see where this movie goes, and I'm very excited to see the entries and some of the winners of this Rogue One contest. Remember, it's #GoRogue, and you can also find out more at starwars.com/GoRogue. Good luck, and may the Force be with you. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.